Now, this may not excite you the way it excited me, but I pray that it resonates with somebody that feels like the Lord has been leading and guiding them towards something specific and you feel like you're right on the verge of it. But I'm going to tell you what thus saith the Lord. So just over a week ago, I took a 4.7-mile walk and it was silent. I didn't know how long the walk was going to be because this was a new route, but it ended up being 4.7 miles. And so during that walk, I didn't get any downloads, any conversation from the Lord. And I was like, okay, I'm just supposed to walk. So I did my walk, came back home, didn't think much about it, going about my week. By Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, I remember saying, Lord, you've been quiet. So that Thursday, I decided I need to go and, do some reading. So I went to my little favorite spot where I encountered the snake. And I was sitting out there reading the book of Nehemiah. And when I finished and came home after the snake fiasco, went about my day as usual, went to bed that night. Well, here's where it gets interesting. I was sleeping, slumbering, dreaming, however you want to call it. And then I heard in the spirit the word stop. I sat up. I looked at the clock. It was 2:44 a.m. Now, I do remember dreaming after I heard stop and set up. And in that dream, I saw myself walking. I was outside of myself, looking at myself walk. That's never happened to me before that I can recall. I've never dreamt of looking at myself in a dream. But I'm walking. And then all of a sudden, I hear the word stop. And I look up and I'm standing in front of these massive doors, right? And then there's like the smoke clears and I'm looking up and I see the doors. I'm looking to the left and to the right. It's doors. The two doors, as far as I could see, up and to the left and right. It was just these two massive doors, like a hangar doors. So I go, Lord, what is this about? So I tried to go back to sleep, laid back down. But of course, the number 2:44 just would not let me sleep. So at 2:44 a.m., I am up with my Strong's Concordance trying to figure out what this word 244 or this number 244, what's the significance of it here. I've sat and mulled over and meditated and prayed over this because I don't like just saying stuff just to be saying stuff. And here's what I want to share. So 244. In Greek, it corresponds to the word alatriapiskopos. And I've listened to it 100 times, so I think that's right. But it basically means busybody, meddling in affairs that aren't yours, trying to fix things. You know how we always like to fix things and then we get off track with our own things. Well, he's saying stay in your own lane. Don't insert yourself into something I have not assigned to you. It's like you're inadvertently trying to help, but he doesn't need our help. 1 Peter 4:15 says, let none of you suffer as a murderer, a thief, an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. He says, if you go through something, let it be because of your faithfulness to Jesus and not because you stepped out of your lane into somebody else's lane, into things that he has not assigned to you. In Hebrew, it corresponds to the word ozni or oznai. I've seen it both, but it basically means hearing or listening, right? So he doesn't need your hands in this season. He needs your ears. So when he says stop, he's saying, before you act, before you move, listen to me. Receive the instructions that I'm going to give you before you interfere. If you listen, he's going to show you whether or not this is your assignment or his. Proverbs 2:2 says, tune your ears to wisdom and concentrate on understanding. Actually, all of Proverbs 2 is about wisdom. It's a really good read. So that's what 244 means in Greek and Hebrew. Scripturally, I got Luke 2:44. They traveled on thinking Jesus was with them, but he wasn't. So pause, stop, and look for his presence and not just assume that he is with you. Don't rush ahead and leave Jesus behind. Acts chapter 2, verse 44. All believers were together and had everything in common. So he'll bring you what's yours in unity and timing. Just wait for his arrangement and don't force it. Daniel 2:44. The God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed. So he's establishing something that cannot fail, but is his, not yours. He's going to use you as the vessel to get the job done. Psalm 24:4. The one who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not trust in an idol or swear by a false god. So he's saying before he opens this door, he's checking your actions, your motives, and nothing else can take the place of him in any of your decisions. Exodus 24:4. Moses wrote down everything the Lord had said. He got up early the next morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain and set up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. He says, write down everything that he has said to you. Build an altar. Make worship your foundation. So you need to establish structure before you move, and don't move until you've consulted with him. Document and dedicate, because you can't build the next thing if you skip the altar step. Joshua 24:4. To Isaac I gave Jacob and Esau. I assigned the hill country to Seir to Esau, but Jacob and his family went down to Egypt. So God is the one who is going to assign the territory, the inheritance, and the timing. You don't have to grab at it or chase it. So someone is about to cross over into something major. Those doors, they represent access, advancement, divine opportunities. So stop is a divine interruption, right? Day 20 of 21 days of alignment, let the Lord interrupt you. Psalm 46:10 says, be still and know that I am God. Isaiah 30:21 says, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. Remember those hangar doors? Well, hangars are where planes are kept and being prepared before they take off. So for someone or some of you, this isn't just about a next step. Like, this is a launch assignment. Somebody's about to be launched into something that's way bigger than yourself. And standing in front of those doors means that the season is near, right? So wait, because he says the preparation is not complete just yet. So if you've probably been feeling that press, don't worry about that. Just stay in the press, because there's a little bit more that he has to work out for you and in you. Revelation 3:8 says, I have set before you an open door which no man can shut. Isaiah 22:22, I will place on his shoulder the key to the house of David. What he opens, no one can shut. So you're standing at the threshold of something that's bigger than you realize, right? This is not an ordinary purpose, assignment, or opportunity. This is going to require preparation, purity, and precision. So don't rush through the doors before he says it's time. He's still aligning some things, again, in and around you. And right now, you just need to listen more than you move. So when he gives the word, the doors will swing wide open and no one will be able to shut them. But until then, you need to stay still, stay tuned, and stay surrendered. So after all of that, that was 2 hours of me sitting there doing research and reading and meditating and praying and getting all that from the Lord. And when I looked at the clock again, it said 4:45. So I tried to lay down. 4:45. So here's what the concordance has to say about the number 4:45. In Hebrew, it's Elkanan, and I hope I'm saying that right. It means God is gracious. In Greek, I'm going to just put it on the screen for you because I don't want to butcher it, but it means to govern, or as a proconsul, meaning delegated authority. So here's the whole message, right, in a nutshell. You're not going through those doors by pushing. You're going to walk through by his grace, right? He says he's preparing you to rule and steward what's on the other side and not just visit. And when you step in, it won't be random influence. It'll be the authority that he's given and entrusted to you. So remember early on, I said I didn't hear from the Lord that week. On Thursday, I went and I read Nehemiah and encountered that snake. I'm sitting in bed in awe of what he's just shown me. And I asked, well, Lord, why did you show me this now? Why did you wait to show me this, right? Remember, I hadn't heard from him for a few days until that Thursday when I went and read. And he simply says, because I wanted you to look for me.